Hey y'all, Dekumon here, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. That's right, the long hiatus is finally over. I'm done leveling the classes I need. Oh, it took a little longer than I wanted, but that's the way it goes some days, especially when you're out of town for a weekend and you don't have a lot of time to play during the week. But it's done. Thank you, Beast Tribe quests. Those were a lifesaver. Same with the Wondrous Tales. But anyway, now it's time to start not the post-game. Well, not quite just yet. There are a couple things I want to do first before we really get into the post-Endwalker stuff, and the big one here is the role quests. Now, if you remember, there's 5 sets of these, so it'll probably be 5 videos, 1 per set. And this is where a lot of my leveling time went into because I had to get a class to 90 for each of these. Oh, what a headache that was. Really way too much time spent trying to get these to 90, but it'll hopefully be worth it. We'll get these done. I'm thinking I'll do 3 of these. We'll take a break. We'll do the 2 level 290 dungeons that came with base Endwalker. We'll knock out the other 2. We'll do the inevitable quest line that comes up when you complete all of them, because I'm sure there is one. And then we'll get into Pandemonium, the 8-man raids. And that'll take us out of 6.0, and then we'll get to start the 6.1 stuff. All right, enough beating around the bush. Let's talk to the Laminson delegate and begin Stormcloud's Brewing, the melee DPS role quests. Dekumon, on behalf of Admiral Blowfishworm, I thank you for your many deeds and service to Limsa Laminsa. On behalf of my people, I thank you for your efforts in delivering the star from catastrophe. Unfortunately, we have received troubling tidings that beasts akin to those that plagued Rats at Han have been sighted on the Lenosian coast. The Admiral has mustered the Maelstrom in hopes of quelling the threat. Yet there's much we do not understand about our foe, and as such, your expertise in this arena would be a great boon to us. Will you help us, man? I mean, I'll do all that I can. Wouldn't be much of a hero if I refused, now would I? Come on! Excellent! The Admiral will be heartened to have your knowledge of martial prowess on our side, I'm certain. Pray set sail for Limsa as soon as you're able. The Secretariat of Maelstrom Command will apprise you of the details upon your arrival. And no, I don't remember any of the voices I gave these characters originally, so I apologize in advance. It's been ages since we've been back in Limsa. Our man at Rats at Han told us to expect you. I'd informed the Admiral of your arrival. Okay, and yep, we're back on the nods. Admiral, hello? I can't imagine any of these are going to be voice acted. Glad you could join us, Dekumon. I only wish it were under better circumstances. The grave news from the bounty has not escaped our ears. I can scarce begin to imagine the horrors you have witnessed there. Although you and the Scions have averted the final days, blasphemies continue to appear in certain regions, Vilbrand among them. I can imagine the text for this was very different if I had done this pre-Endwalker. Tell him what we know. The first report came a few days ago from one of our men patrolling Skull Valley. He spoke of a fearsome creature unlike any native to our shores. While we had our suspicions, it was only later that a connection to the final days was confirmed by a most unlikely source, the Sahagin. We've been treating their tempered for some time now, and many have made a full recovery. Owing to this, some factions are eager to improve diplomatic relations with Limsa. It is one such faction that has provided the most comprehensive reports in all their alarming detail. They speak of a most dreadful sight, the Spawn Brothers transforming into horrific beasts before their very eyes. Indeed, it is far too similar to the incidents at Rats at Han to be mere coincidence. If our assumptions are correct, the first and most formidable of the beasts, a blasphemy as it was decided we would call them, prowls our waters as we speak. We may have been spared the final days, but so long as this abomination remains to harry us, we cannot truly say the storm has passed. Fortunately, there have been no sightings of the blasphemy within the city. Nevertheless, if we are to spare our people the horror that befell Rats at Han, the fiend must be dealt with, and quickly. Despite our investigative efforts, we remain very much in the dark as to how the precise nature of the threat we face. Were we to recklessly dispatch large numbers of troops, we'd run the risk of having our own men corrupted. I thought we needed Meteon's song for that. Are you saying the blasphemy themselves are capable of corrupting people? Oh dear, that's a dangerous thought. You can well imagine the carnage that would ensue.
As such, Admiral Blowfistworm has decided to keep those involved to a minimum and lead the investigation herself.
Oh.
And I would like you at my side. What say you?
Well, shit, yeah. I mean, no reason not to.
You have my thanks. We will depart at once to meet with our Sahagan allies and gather what knowledge we can, that we might devise a proper plan of action. They are due to arrive at South Tidegate soon. I'll go on ahead and wait for you there.
Alright. South Tidegate. Ah, here we are.
It's well past our agreed-upon meeting time, but the Sahagan are nowhere to be seen. They do not seem the sort to break their word. This bodes ill. Let us leave this place to the guards and search Healthstone for any sign of them.
Yeah, good idea. I've been in the Sahagan grounds for a good while. Hello, hello. Ooh. The heck? That's a weird looking critter.
Norlis in danger. Quickly to his aid.
Alright. I don't know how quickly I could be. It just... Oh, alright. You're just gonna be like... Fair enough. I'm off. This is the spot, but where's our beastie? Oh yeah, here we are. Fell Beast. It's called Fell Beast, huh? That's fine. I can deal with these guys. It's 85. I have no problem dealing with this thing. Yep. Problem solved. Yeah, I shouldn't have any problems until we get to 90. Then, well, I don't know how hard the gear check's gonna be.
Many thanks, Shorewalker. Pray tell, is my companion safe?
I believe so. Especially if your companion was Merleweb.
The Admiral herself comes to our aid. Glad tidings indeed. You too have my boundless gratitude for saving my life. Let us quit this place before those beasts return.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Also, as you can see, I am now enlisting Argus as a mount, which is amazing. Yeah, I'd say she actually saved him.
Everyone's still alive. Good. But not if we stay out here too long. Inside, quickly.
Alright. I mean, at least on the other side of the gate.
Thank you, my friends. Those ghastly beasts would have made short work of us had you not intervened. And yet, it brought me no joy to watch them die. For, unbelievable as it may sound, until a short time ago, they were none other than our very own spawn brothers. At first, we thought them merely cursed, but our talismans and magics availed us not. Aye, 'twas no curse. 'Twas an evil like no other. Innocent souls transformed against their will into unholy beasts called blasphemies. Blasphemies? Pray tell us more.
Oh, I'm sure I could tell you all about them.
That would be your area of expertise, Dekumon.
So it's like this. Ancient times, we screwed up, and now we're back here to modern times, and we're dealing with the screw-up of the ancients.
Yeah, turned into beasts by the power of despair. This is horrifying indeed. Thus far, the phenomenon here in Nanosha has been limited to the Sahagan. Why is that? I cannot say. Yet I wonder if the crushing tide are involved in some way. I know not of this crushing tide. Word of them has yet to reach you, I see. It all began when the Indigo Matriarch, the queen of our kind, was stricken with a grave malady.
Oh.
Tragic as this was, there was one small solace. She was not fond of shore walkers, and so deprived of her leadership, more of my kind came to see the wisdom in making peace with Lim Salominsa. There remain, of course, those who would oppose our cause. They formed a group called the Crushing Tide. Even now, they seek to summon the Lord of the Wall anew, and consign all finless ones unto the briny deep.
God dang it, Leviathan again?
However, they lack the crystals necessary to do so. Denied the power they crave, they can do naught but gnash their teeth in desperation.
Crud.
And you suspect these feelings of helplessness are the cause of their transformations? Just so. Those of the Spawn brothers who turned into those beasts had been fraternizing with the crushing tide. Despite our differences, we cannot abandon our kin to such a cruel fate. Yet, we must be careful not to drive them to still deeper despair. Yes, we must consider the situation carefully, lest we bring destruction upon all our kind.
Tell me this, are the crushing tide even now under Leviathan's thrall? If freed from their drowned state, might they not listen to reason?
Were it only so simple. All but a few are long since cured. They walk this path of their own free will.
In that case, they may yet be dissuaded from their present course. For the sake of our nascent alliance, we will do all we can to save your brethren. Fortunately, our most capable ally stands with us, for this man has bested many a formidable foe, including Leviathan.
Oh yeah, done that.
The great Dekumon Tia in the flesh? Honored am I to stand in your presence.
Together, we will weather this storm and usher in a new age of harmony. This I swear. There is much to be done. For now, let us return to our homes and prepare as best we can for the trials ahead. Should we discover aught of value, we'll be sure to share it with you, and I ask that you do the same.
Indeed we shall. Until such time I watch over my Spawn brothers and pray that no more succumb to the change.
That would be good and hopeful. Well, that is very disconcerting. The idea that the blasphemies themselves can turn people into more monsters without the song going. Ugh, man. Yeah, we have to nip these things in the bud now.
Welcome back. Thanks to you and Noel, I now possess a proper understanding of the challenge we face. It is a daunting task that lies before us. We'll continue to cooperate with the Sahagin to learn all we can. Once we have located the blasphemy, I will have need of your strength. Till then, I ask that you remain at the ready. Created storm clouds have only begun to gather.
And if my math is correct, there should be 6 quests in each of these quest lines. So that's 1 down and 5 to go. Next up, the Crushing Tide.
Your timing could not be better. The Admiral has just this moment returned from meeting with the Sahagin. I mean, it was instantaneous even. I shall inform her of your arrival.
I still wish they'd voiced a couple of these.
Dekumon, I'm glad you're here. We have decided on our next course of action. As you know, we face 2 distinct but interconnected challenges. The transformations occurring among the Sahagin may be one, but the blasphemy itself is the root of the problem. Thus far, those who succumb to the change have all been affiliated with the Crushing Tide, who continue to resist our diplomatic efforts. Were we to put a stop to that phenomenon, as well as address their grievances, we may yet have a chance at peace. To that end, I would propose a double-pronged approach. On one front, we shall work in tandem with our Sahagin allies to redouble our patrols. Should the blasphemy surface, we will share this knowledge and move immediately to dispatch the threat. At the same time, we will pursue a dialogue with the Crushing Tide. We need to bring them back to the negotiating table, and then see what can be done to convince them to stand down. A key point will no doubt be the lingering issue of securing land for their spawning grounds. It is a discussion I intend to approach with an open mind. It should be no easy task, but we succeeded with the kobolds, and I have faith that we will succeed with the Sahagin as well, so long as we parley in good faith, of course.
Yeah, I can only hope the Crushing Tide share that sentiment. I doubt they'll listen, but one can hope.
You're wise to temper your expectations, but I would not abandon hope ere we try. At any rate, Noel has sent word that one Dao, a priest who styles himself the leader of the Crushing Tide, has grudgingly agreed to hear us out. I will parley with him face to face at the Saspa spawning grounds, and would have you at my side, if you do not object, that is.
Oh, naturally.
Excellent. In any case, pray join me at the South Tide Gate when you're ready. From there, we will go together.
More like I will go and you will be there waiting for me. Here we are.
All prepared, are you? Dao is not known for his patience. We must take care not to incur his ire. I was told he would be at the spawning grounds upon our arrival, but it appears he has been delayed. Let us speak with the Sahagin here. Mayhap one of them will be able to shed light on what may be keeping him. Oh, one more thing. I come here as a representative of Limsa Laminsa on a diplomatic mission. Should the talks deteriorate and things come to blows, I cannot be seen to bloody my hands. I trust you understand. And with that, let us be off.
Ah, Merleweb is now accompanying me, so don't expect her to be any use in a fight. That's perfectly fine. Hop aboard my puppy, and we shall find the spawning grounds together. It is so nice that they just mount up alongside you. It'd be funny if she got her own version of the mount, even.
What is this? Since when are filthy shorewalkers free to intrude upon our sacred spawning grounds?
Oh, pray forgive our intrusion. We seek an audience with Speaker Dao. Where might we find him?
You will do no such thing, shorewalker. We have not forgotten what you did to Lord Leviathan. Be gone.
We won't get much out of this one. Let's try elsewhere.
And before you ask, no, I'm not seeing any talkie spots that I need to check on in the meantime. Just need to make sure I fly over the hostile Sahagin.
Yeah. Why do you trespass in our domain, vile shorewalkers?
Oh, we mean you no harm. We come only for a peaceful parley with your leader, Master Dao. Where might we find him?
Yeah. We desire no parley with the shorewalkers who would steal our home. Were it not for your insatiable selfishness, we Sahagin would grow and flourish.
Your grievances are justified. That is why I would speak with Master Dao and work towards a peaceful solution.
Yeah, empty words from the thieving shorewalker. But so be it. Soon you shall learn the futility of your efforts. Speaker Dao is currently overseeing security at the spawning grounds. You will find him by the entrance. Though mark my words, you will wish you hadn't.
We shall see. I thank you for your aid.
Well, that was somewhat useless, but hey, I'll take any directions I can get. There he is.
Shorewalkers in our spawning grounds. To what do I owe the displeasure?
Speaker Dao, I presume. Our apologies for entering into your home unannounced. I am Merleweb Blowfishman, Chief Admiral of Limsa Laminsa, and this is Dekumon, the Godslayer. You know, the one who saves the world multiple times. We come seeking a parley, that we might strive for peace between our peoples.
Parley, you say?
Prolonging this conflict any further will lead only to needless suffering. The menace both our peoples face is great indeed. If there ever was a time to set aside our differences and come together for the greater good, it is now. I invite you to join us at South Tidegate for formal negotiations.
Shorewalkers and Sahagin coming together. What assurance do I have that you will not slit our gills the moment we set foot within your territory?
I can offer naught but my word. We open our gates to you and invite you into our home as a show of respect.
I do not trust your shorewalker, but let it never be said that thou of the Crushing Tide was a coward. I accept your offer, but attempt any treachery or subterfuge, and your people will drown in their own blood.
Damn.
Very well, Master Dao. I'm used to these sorts of threats. I work with pirates after all. I look forward to a productive discussion. Let us return then. I shall send word to Noel as well. I would have our Sahagin allies join us at this parley.
Probably a good idea. Ooh. The way this is shot, it might actually be voiced. I would love to see some proper voices. Oh yeah, definitely. Come on. Oh, come on! You gave me that much good direction and you're still not voicing this? Ah, you
Thank you for joining us here, Master Dao.
Yeah, the air here sickens me. Free beef.
Aye, let us get straight to the heart of the matter. A common threat looms before us, one more powerful than any primal, with the potential to bring death without end to both Sahagin and Laminsan alike. These circumstances call for swift and united action. or you doubt our intentions, but I remind you that we have liberated many of your kin from Leviathan's enthrallment. They and countless other Sahagin have joined us of their own free will, that we may ensure the survival of both our peoples.
Aye. By their deeds have the Lamentsians proven themselves worthy of our trust.
Master Dao, you and your crushing tide want only to secure a future for your people. I say to you, this can only be done by confronting this threat together.
Threats? What is this threat you speak of? If it is unity that you crave, then submit yourselves to our command. Be as the Serpent Reavers. They are the only shore walkers I deign to call friend.
You would ask us to willingly surrender ourselves to your Lord of the Wall?
I do. For that, and that alone, will ensure peace between us. Preposterous. You propose not alliance, but servitude. This way lies nothing but death for all Sahagin. Do you hear this, my spawn brothers? The shore walkers have stolen this one's mind. He decries Lord Leviathan and espouses the lunacy of our sworn foes. These treacherous wretches have abandoned our god and conspire to drive we faithful from our ancestral home. We must not let this stand. Yeah, for shame. Forsaken by our spawn brothers, they side with the fiendless ones and blaspheme our Lord Leviathan.
And they're about to pop. No!
Those who steal our spawning grounds and slaughter our children. Our future. Our future!
And there they go. Yeah! God, they don't even need to be near anyone?
Behold this blessing. Lord Leviathan grants us greater and greater strength.
Oh, those idiots think the blasphemy is Leviathan? You would call this a blessing? Their souls are literally gone.
Such horrors. Flee for your lives. Running.
Uh-oh.
The beast makes for airport. I leave this place to you.
Crud. Fine, I'll deal with the fugly one. Seriously, they're worshipping it.
Splendid. Let all our spawn brothers be blessed with such power.
Oh dear. Great, they're working with the thing. Fine. Squish ugly monster first, deal with problem later. Thank you. And that's all that. All too easy, as usual.
This is the second time you've saved my life, Shorewalker. My gratitude is as boundless as the sea. But what of the Admiral? We must go to her aid.
Oh, don't worry. Morroweb can take care of herself. Case in point, on the edge of a fate no less.
I was too late. I'm sorry.
There is no need for apologies. You are not responsible for my people's plight. But what I cannot fathom is Dao's response. How pleased he was to see his brothers become slavering peace.
The fool believes it is a blessing from Leviathan himself. Any hope for a peaceable solution will be lost should Dao and his crushing tide manage to wield these transformations as a weapon against us.
I shudder at the very thought. And yet the true threat, the blasphemy, is still out there, yes?
just so. The first ones to transform are those who have fallen into the deepest depths of despair. The more painful their anguish, the more fearsome and formidable they become in their bestial forms, and the greater their influence over others.
We can scarcely hope to stand against a legion of such foes. Would that there were more and my people would be there to help.
Holy crow, we have a party going on over here.
I will have the Maelstrom patrol the seas for the blasphemy, that we might slay it with all due haste. But this may we will amount to naught. If the blasphemy too was born from a Sahagan, it could be sheltering in the depths, beyond the reach of our ships.
Excuse me.
In that case, pray allow my small brothers and I to serve as your eyes beneath the sea.
Thank you. No. Though our efforts combined, we might yet weather this threat.
Uh-oh, my chocobo suddenly got involved.
As for your brothers who gave their lives today for our cause, I shall see that they are returned home to be laid to rest as they deserve.
You have my gratitude, Admiral.
And with that, we should return as well. There is much work to be done, and I would see it done quickly.
Preferably before I lose this conversation to a random attack from a mob. Sheesh. Oof, man, those Sahagan voices are hard on the old throat.
Dekumon, I was just sharing our findings. So you see, the danger is exactly as the Sahagan described. While Dao and his ilk have no means of forcefully triggering the phenomenon at present, it is plain they intend to seek one out. We double our patrols offshore, and inform me at the first sign of anything out of the ordinary. It shall be done, Admiral. I worry that we may be stretching ourselves too thin. Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I will recall our forces from Gardamold, yet I would reserve that as a last resort. For now, I must get to work securing reinforcements. I ask that you remain close by. We may have need of your strength all too soon.
Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. Literally. I'm sure the next quest is right here with the Secretariat. Yep. Big surprise. Old heroes never die.
The Admiral left a message for you, and the news is not good. It appears that a Laminson merchant ship was assailed by a Sahagan raiding party affiliated with the Crushing Tide. To further complicate matters, the vessel in question was carrying a shipment of crystals supplied to us by the kobolds of Ogomoro. The Admiral suspects that Tao means to use the plundered crystals to summon Leviathan. She's gone to meet with Noel, and that we and our Sahagan allies might take swift action. She bids you join her immediately. Should the worst come to the worst, your experience in combating primals may prove essential. Pray make for South Tidegate and rendezvous with Admiral Blowfishburn at once.
Man, I am getting so many frequent teleporter miles between here and Aleport.
Thank you for coming, Dekumon.
Oh, our guy's a caster? A healer, maybe, even by the cane.
The situation is grim. The Crushing Tide plundered one of our trading ships and seized a goodly stash of Ogomoro crystals.
Crud.
Though the aim is clear, it appears they yet lack the quality needed to perform the summoning. Tao longs for the days when every Sahagan cried out for Lord Leviathan's deliverance, and will stop at nothing to see them return. I cannot fathom what the Crushing Tide are thinking. What satisfaction, what happiness can be found in giving over their hearts and minds to a false god.
Yeah, some people, man.
And so we must thwart their designs, lest the bonds we have forged be forever broken. By the same token, we cannot ignore the blasphemy, nor the transformations its presence may bring about. A battle on two fronts, neither of which we can commit at the expense of the other. As we sail into the eye of the storm, I would hear your counsel. What course of action would you propose?
Might we turn to the three great pirate powers for aid? Let us recruit the Yellow Jackets to the cause. Sounds like a job for the company of heroes. Well, I don't trust the pirate powers because they're, a pain in my ass. The Yellow Jackets are basically sellswords. And the company of heroes are retired? I would love to see those guys again.
Company of Heroes? Now that's a name I've not heard in some time.
Nor have I. I think the last time we really saw these guys when we were confronting Titan in A Realm Reborn.
'Tis true that they all answered the call many a time. Indeed, other than you and yours, there are arguably none better suited to the task of primal slaying. But they disbanded over 5 years ago, and neither hide nor hair has been seen of their commander since. Aye, absent their leader, I suspect they will be reluctant to join our cause. And yet, I can think of no better option. I'll contact Wesikat, the erstwhile commander's right-hand man, and see if he will not hear us out. I will ask him to meet us at the Drowning Wench. Let us hope he is receptive to our offer.
Hopefully.
No, might I trust you and your brothers to continue the search for the blasphemy in the meantime?
But of course, Admiral. Should we discover anything, you will be the first to know.
Alright. This is the spot. Nice view of the Aetheryte Plaza. Minus all the people sitting in, of course. Limps is always crowded. But I do get a gorgeous view of the night sky.
My apologies for the delay.
And? You're alone? So our plea fell on deaf ears, it seems. Sad, sad. Huh, and here I swore 5 years ago that I was done playing hero. There's a face we haven't seen in a long time. And there come the rest of them. All of whose voices I don't remember were the darn. Could someone explain what this is all about? Believe it or not, I am a respectable man with respectable obligations these days. Take that pole army out of your ass, old friend. And stop pretending you're not still a murderous bastard at heart. Watch that wicked tongue of yours, Udo, lest I skewer it and prove you right.
Nothing like a reunion with dear companions over a bottle of the wench's finest vintage. That is why we're here, right? Pishka! Long time no I catch up, Landers. Bevlox's tummy tickled to see coffee friends again. Thank you for assembling on such short notice.
Spare us the pleasantries, Admiral. Why are we here?
I make a simple request. Reform the Company of Heroes and lend Limsa Lominsa your strength. You've a reason, I'm sure. I would hear it.
God, it's too many characters, too many voices I keep mixing up. Ugh. I mean, Bayflox is relatively easy because goblins all sound like Gollum to me.
So, there you have it. A terrible fiend known as a blasphemy prowls our seas, transforming the Sahagin into ravening beasts. At the same time, the Sahagins themselves, specifically a hostile faction calling themselves the Crushing Tide, has declared their intention to summon Leviathan anew. Should they succeed, we would be hard-pressed to deal with the Primal while still dealing with the other threats.
Alright, pickle indeed. Yeah, but the answer is no. The commander disbanded the company, and as his first mate, it's not my place to gainsay his final order. A sword that, I say. Have you forgotten our company's creed? The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. Are the people now in danger not the same men and women we fought to defend 5 years ago? The commander would not have turned his back on them, and neither should we. Bold words, Santano. But do you truly believe that we can honor them as we are? Old mercenaries past their prime, lacking the commander whose wisdom and prowess saw them to glory once upon a time.
Ah, yes, your commander.
I suppose I could just give you a new one.
What if Dekumon here were to lead you in his stead? Surely you would not question his abilities.
Oh!
An intriguing position. I, for one, would not be adverse to serving under such a decorated hero. Yes, Scar! Gummy friend has goody head for fighty thing, and goody arms for dinky fight.
As ringing an endorsement as any. But I would hear it from the man himself. Do you believe you are capable of leading the company of heroes into battle? If you've the stones to follow me, baby. Better a battle than a banquet, no. If you've got the rocks to follow the Deku, then come along. Now that's the confidence I'd expect from my commander. Very well then, consider us yours to lead. Good. 5 years to the day. Truth be told, I was enjoying the more leisurely life. But when duty calls... Wait, before we proceed, I must ask, have we no way of reaching out to the commander?
Forgotten how he took his leave, have we? Up and vanishing so we could each find our own way, apart from him and the company. I doubt we'll see him again, much as I wish we could. To the matter at hand, the missions you will undertake. First, you are to aid us tracking down the blasphemy that roams the sea. Second, you must prevent the crushing tide from summoning Leviathan at all costs. Oh, is that all? And here I thought we might get our feet wet with a real challenge. But in all seriousness, we should take care to decide who attends to what.
Sounds like a job for that acting commander. I'm sure he'll give it all due consideration. Sure. Crud, do you expect me to actually understand what you guys actually do with your lives? Because I have no idea. And where is everybody? Hello? My quest marker says you should be here. Ah, there we are. Man, we are slow loading today. So, if I understand this correctly, we're to bring down this so-called blasphemy. Of course, to do that, we'll need to find the damn thing first. We've also got to prevent the crushing tide from summoning their god Leviathan, a tall order in and of itself. As acting commander, it's your job to decide who will be doing what, based on the skills we each have to offer. I'd recommend that you start by having a chat with each of us, that you might develop a sense of the strengths and weaknesses, mostly strengths of course, of the storied veterans under your command. Good idea. Alright, time to interview the company of heroes. Well, I assume you're the tank of the group.
My specialty, you ask? Why, impaling fiends with this lance of mine, of course. The stronger the foe, the better. None are a match for me. It would be folly to waste my talents on dealing with those slippery fishmen. Set me against that so-called blasphemy, and I'll let the thing all askew before you can say Merweb Blowfishworm.
Pursuing and slaying the blasphemy, preventing the primal summoning. Okay, you're coming with me. A wise choice. Send Landaniel out to the Sahagin and he's like to help them summon Leviathan to sate his bloodlust. I must speak plain. I am not some battle-crazed barbarian like Landaniel. As none of the Ooh, a tribe of peerless hunters, I conduct my affairs with discipline and prudence. As such, I know better than any that to rush headlong into battle is rarely the best course of action. Far wiser it is to observe from afar and proceed with caution. Alright, your job is gonna help with the blasphemy then. Really?
It's true that the gnome can hold his own in a fight, but I cannot help but wonder if that's the best use of his... but it's your choice to make.
Interesting.
As you well know, my vision is somewhat lacking these days. I can still defend myself when necessary, but I'd rather not come to that. My condition also leaves me rather unsuited to scouting and searching. Wasn't always that case, but such is life. On the other hand, I'd like to think I've gotten quite good at sounding out the intentions of others during negotiations and the like.
Well, then you're definitely on the anti-primal band. You have a keen sense for these things, I see. More so than reconnaissance or battle. Shamani has a knack for working behind the scenes to see the company's goals achieved. And good old Bayflox.
Piska! Bayflox Master Remaker of Illuminati treasures offers much hand-lending with ingenuity. Far-seeing spyglass set into far the ocean deep. Cockfires go boom and blast beasts to bitty pieces.
Well, sounds like you're on the blasphemy job.
A logical choice, if I do say so myself.
Bayflox is master of tools and armaments are sure to avail you in tracking and felling that beast. It would seem that everyone has their assignments. 2 with me and 2 with you. I can't say I agree with all your choices, but given that you've only just assumed command, I reckon you've done well enough.
And with that, it is time we got to work. I've procured link pearls for one and all that we can keep up with each other apprised of our progress. You may pick them up from Maelstrom Command.
We'd best be off then. Should we have need to regroup or reconsider our strategy, call for us. Alright. Sounds like they want me to put the Mikote on the dealing with the Sahagan group.
I will return to command and share these developments here with the Secretariat and our Sahagan friends. Do join me if you can, Commander Dekumon.
I rather like the sound of that. Oof, we are slow loading today indeed.
Ah, Dekumon, the Admiral has surprised me of the situation in full.
Vanish Dekumon with the link pearl, yes?
Of course, Admiral.
Joy, another link pearl, just what I always wanted.
It would seem the company is trying to reach us.
Hmm? Hello? Hello?
Oh there, Commander. Just give the word and I'm come running.
Lower your goddamn voice, will ya?
Watch your tongue, or I'll track you down and rip yours out. Ah, they sound more like mortal enemies than old companions. That's why Dekumon comes in. I'm trusting you to whip them back into shape. Make them a force to be reckoned with.
Oh joy, lucky me.
I will have the Secretariat contact you if there are any developments. I would convey them to the entire company by link pearl, but we cannot afford anyone taking reckless action. In the meantime, I will reach out to Noel and see what he has gleaned about the crushing tide and the hideout. Let us hope for good tidings, Commander.
Commander. Like I said, that's gonna take some getting used to, and this is just the halfway point? Holy crap. This might be a long video. A mother's suffering.
Oh, grave news, Dekumon! We've just received word that Candlekeep Quay is under attack. It would seem the crushing tide has struck again. The Admiral asks that you deploy the company of heroes at once. Our man here will act as your signaler.
Ay. The company of heroes is awaiting your orders. My orders are to go. Hello? You guys should be already there by now. Come on, move it. Candlekeep Quay? Both Undaddle and Udo now should be close by. What are your instructions? And Daniel's hot-headed warrior who lives for the thrill of battle, while Udo known as a calm and calculating hunter. Both can serve you well, but better if assigned to a task suited to their skills. Oh geez. What order will you give Len Daniel? Drive the crushing tide away. See the residents of Candlekeep Quay to safety. Ooh. Tough call. Well, clearly they said he's the hothead, so he should be the one going after the crushing tide, and the other one should be the one saving the townsfolk.
Consider it done, Commander.
As for Uno, you deal with the residents. Get them safely away. Understood.
The rest of us will head there at once.
Yeah, wrong character.
I'll tell the Admiral you and the company of heroes are on your way. Godspeed.
Let's go. Hey, it looks like you guys are all here. And you have some friends, aka some prisoners. Worry not. The tide has already ebbed if you follow my meaning. So what are we doing with them? Perhaps you're curious as to how your men carried out your orders. A little bit. You'll be pleased to hear that Landeniel led the attack with his characteristic aplomb. Dancing among his foes with such speed and ferocity they were dizzying to watch. Udo Nun made full use of his talents in leading the rescue effort. Not a single man, woman, or child suffered so much as a scratch. Perfect. Glad to see you two actually do a good job when told what to do. I had my doubts at first, but you've passed your first trial as acting captain with flying colors. Oh. Well, gee, thanks. So now what? We got prisoners. Should we get them interrogated? Oh, Admiral.
The battle is over, I see. It is good to see the company of heroes can still live up to its name. I demand answers. Why did you target Candlekeep Quay?
Yeah, I spit on your questions, filthy shorewalker.
I was hoping we might do this the easy way, but if you insist.
Yeah, so you would torture us. You shorewalkers are all the same. Savage brutes, the lot of you.
Says the guy who just attacked.
Torture! Please, we are not so uncivilized as that, my slippery friend.
Yiska,
Refractor's tiny treasure will have Fishman treating tongue flaps in no time.
Oh dear. Allow me to explain. Shamai Romani and Bravelox are well practiced in the art of interrogation. If you haven't noticed, one of them is the good cop and the other the bad cop. Shamani has a sharp mind, as I'm sure you've noticed, and a knack for getting information out of uncooperative types with a minimum of fuss. Bravelox, on the other hand, her methods can be unconventional to say the least, but it's hard to argue with the results, and the resulting mess. Well, Commander, the choice is yours to make. I think Shamani is probably I think the gentle touch is correct, because, if I choose Bravelox, these Sahagin are not coming out of that in one piece. She's a little bloodthirsty.
Ah, but of course, Commander. Watch as I get him talking without so much as lifting a finger. They tell me your kind are particularly fond of Lanosian oranges. Might I interest you in a glass of delightful orange wine brewed from our latest harvest?
Oh my god, he's gonna get them drunk. My goodness.
Yes, another glass, Shorewalker. I demand it in return for the crimes you have committed against my spawn brothers. Oh, a mere glass, my friend. Why, I'd be more than happy to offer you a full bottle, nay, an entire cask, if you provide us with the answers we seek, of course. We have a deal, Shorewalker. For the cask of that blissful beverage, I will tell you all my secrets.
Hey, convenient.
Again, I ask, why did you target Candlekeep Quay? Tao himself gave the order. Said we must establish a foothold in preparation for our assault on the city.
Oh.
He means to attack Limsa Laminsa itself. But with your numbers, that would be folly. Speaker Tao commands power beyond the comprehension of you Shorewalkers. We have dealt with Leviathan before. You misunderstand. Speaker Tao says it is a greater power still. The very first being blessed by our Lord.
The blasphemy. She even says it exactly like I did.
The blasphemy. Why are you repeating everything I say? Tell me what Tao is. In Highland far to the south and east. There he performs the rite that will summon forth the Divine One and deliver my brothers and I to glory. Thank you for your cooperation. Okay, you can kill him now. I suspect that Tao is hiding out somewhere in the Celades, a deserted isle most likely. I don't know much about these so-called blasphemies, but can they truly be tamed so easily?
No, of course not.
We have no evidence they can, but we must operate under the assumption that Tao has found a way. I will ready a ship. We set sail for the Celades at once. Prepare yourselves and meet me at the docks as soon as you are ready.
Alright. I'll have Shamoni and Bravelox continue the interrogation in the meantime. Our friend here might still be hiding something from us. Oh. So there's just me and the 3 company. And we're here! What in the heck is that? The Royal Lunatender? It is adorable and disturbing. Ew.
Everyone is here. Good. We make for the Celades in search of Tao's hideout. Our friend Noel will be there waiting for us. The blasphemy too may be present. Be vigilant and keep your weapons at the ready. Well, Commander, do we have any words for your men on the eve of battle?
The duty of the strong. All for one and one for no. No, this is their phrase. The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. Oh dear. Are we gonna get to see this thing?
We meet again, Tao. Where is the blasphemy? Tell us now so we may end this madness.
I don't like that. God, how big is this thing? Or did they already summon Leviathan? Oh god, what if they summoned this and Leviathan together and they eat each other? Oh my. Whoa! That's big. Speak of the bloody devil.
Yeah, here it is. The dread beast I saw beneath the waves.
The source of our woes.
Alright, time to lay into this thing.
The echo of all the times.
Oh, like I can control this thing. Nope, I'm gonna get, exactly.
Defend the commander.
Damn it, not now! Oh.
Yeah, I bring grave tidings, my queen. The wretched shorewalkers poison the minds of my spawn brothers with false words and foul magics. Our poor beguiled brethren renounce Lord Leviathan and name him a false god. They treat with Lim Salamitza, and some even call for an alliance. We must summon him, that the lost might receive of his blessing anew. This I would gladly do, had our stock of crystals not run dry.
Spawning time is nearly upon us, yet you fight and bicker amongst yourselves. How am I to birth a new brood when my children grown stand divided?
Oh, she's the blasphemy, isn't she?
She has to be.
Who dares to enter the secret chamber? Forgive my intrusion, Queen Mother. I speak for the Sahakan who seek an accord with the Shorewalkers. A new age is upon us. We needn't turn to false gods, nor foment bitterness and bloodshed in our precious spawning grounds. The Shorewalkers have changed. They endeavor to understand us, to share these lands with us, that they may have peace and we are spawning grounds.
Could this be true?
Lies, lies! Do not be deceived by that one's delusions, my queen. He is a heathen who has strayed from Lord Leviathan's light. The Shorewalkers are oathbreakers, now and forevermore. As they extend one hand in friendship, they clutch a dagger in the other. We are beasts in their eyes, deserving of naught but slaughter.
Oh, for a blessed moment, I felt the faintest touch of hope. But you are right, Tao. They are demons, and we are damned. Oh, for woe. My poor children have lost their faith. Their minds poisoned by lies. They turn away from the Lord of the World and cast their lot with the enemy.
'Tis so, my queen, 'tis so. We may have no choice but to abandon our sacred spawning grounds and sink to the ocean's floor to rot and decay.
Tao, dearest of my children, you tell them that we have no future?
Oh dear. And that's what sets her off.
How can I bring new life into this world, knowing that my brood will have their hearts stolen and abandon me? I cannot! I lost the line!
Yep, there it is.
Oh shit, what's happening? Please, my queen, you must calm yourself.
Oh! Became lunch.
Such power, such beauty. A blessing from Lord Leviathan himself. Crap.
Oh, hey guys. I can hear you making a mess out here while I recover from my echo vision. So, this is a blasphemy, eh? I can see what all the fuss was about. Reminds me of fighting Titan.
Have your wits about you? Good. If you can fight, now is the time.
But this isn't a duty calls. So what's the plan?
Strike now, my queen. Send the Shorewalkers and their honorless leader to her death.
Oh. Oh, what the hell? Oh, it's charging up something big. The hell is that? Oh, it's a nuke. Oh wow, I just hit all the friendlies too. What's happening? I can't feel my legs. Oh god, so that's what being drunk is like. Oh. Or is it trying to turn us?
Why, mother? Are we not your children too?
Yeah, but Mama don't give two craps. If you ate one of the blasphemies, you meet. Oh, not again. Oh, the purple death ball.
Damn it. We cannot weather another blow like the last.
Oh. And who was that? Oh, I'll bet that was their commander, wasn't it? Ah, god dang it. It's always this song.
I still don't know what the seven hells just happened, but I'll be damned if I'm going to go down without a fight.
Steady. The beast is feeding on our ether. Will not survive a head-on fight. Now, Daniel, Udo, remember the company stratagem when faced with overwhelming odds. Run like hell!
Ah, but I hate running like hell.
Retreat! Retreat! Let's get ourselves the bloody hells out of here! I was joking! I cannot believe that's the actual plan here. And then where's our helper? I'm betting that was their commander. He's always been watching over them. Maybe someone we know. Yep, there he is. Oh. You don't look overly familiar, but it's been a while. Sheesh. That could have gone a lot better. But I suppose we still have to get one more quest in.
Damn it all. We'd have better luck holding back the tide. Oh. How goes it, friends? Is what I would normally ask, but judging from the muttered cursing, I gather it did not go all that well.
We barely escaped with our lives. To think the damned beast had the power to stop us in our tracks. Literally. What do we know of the creature's origins? Was it once a Sahagin, as you suspected? Oh yeah, I get to give them the whole Echo story now.
And mayhap the Echo afforded Dekumon some insight.
That it did. It's more than just any Sahagin, it's their damn frickin' broodmother.
Tao's villainy knows no bounds. So exceeds the despair in our Queen Mother's heart that she might transform into that monstrosity.
If she was the first to turn, there would likely be nothing deliberate about it. Still, it's clear that his words served as a catalyst. If we kill the blasphemy, it'll be tantamount to killing the Sahagin's queen. That's not going to endear them to us one bit.
I cannot turn my spear against the mother who birthed me, let alone take her life.
I hate to say it, but she's already gone.
Out of curiosity, did anyone see who fired that shot? Were it not for them, we'd all be dead.
Nobody gonna own up here and say it was the commander?
I know not, but we must formulate a plan, and quickly. My scouts tell me that the blasphemy has left the island and now roams the open sea. I will order them to continue the search. In the meantime, we must find a means to overcome the beast's formidable offense.
Leave that to us. Time and again, we've used our wits and experience to triumph over the longest odds. To defeat your enemy, first you must know your enemy. Tell me, Commander, what do you reckon was the most valuable knowledge we gleaned from our initial encounter? That the blasphemy is the Sahagan Queen transformed. That the blasphemy has the power to absorb ether, yeah. That's a dangerous ability, and one we need to be prepared for. I concur. Now that we know the beast disables its foes, we can use this knowledge to devise a proper defense against it. But that is not all we have learned. While the blasphemy can maneuver through the water, it also frequents caves and the like. Our best chance of defeating it would be in such a place.
Our only chance, I dare say. I don't think the Whirl Eater would stand that thing. I will send scouts to identify any and all large caverns and coastal areas that could serve as shelter for such a massive creature. To ensure the safety of our people, and have any hope for peace with the Sahagan, this is a battle that we must win. All your strength and wisdom will be needed in the days to come. Dismissed.
Joy! Yeah, dude, don't you dare pop, Noel. It sucks, but honestly, they're unsavable at this point.
Come, let us share our findings with the Maelstrom.
Yep. Alright, another quest in the bag.
Now that we have seen what the blasphemy is capable of ourselves, it is more plain to me than ever that it must be slain. Reach out to all trade ships entering and departing Limsa. Inform them that any sightings of the blasphemy are to be reported to Maelstrom Command at once. Understood. But given the beast's abilities, how do you intend to overcome it? I trust that the Company of Heroes and Dekumon, experienced Primal Slayers all, will find a way.
Lucky me.
And yet, I would leave no resource untapped. There is one more whose expertise I would call upon, if you would agree. Even Whiskat is at a loss as to his former commander's whereabouts, but perhaps Enzia could offer some guidance. No doubt you are still fatigued from the battle with the blasphemy. Pray rest while you are able. When we are ready to take further action, you will hear from me. Till then, take care.
Oh joy. Oh, and that was only the 68 quest, wasn't it? I thought I was at the end of this, but no, I got 2 more to do. Out of the shadows.
Ah, Dekumon! I wish I had better news for you, but the blasphemy continues to elude us.
No surprise there. That the Company of Heroes pinging me? Hello? Can you hear me, Commander? This is Whiskey Out. I have an idea. We might take down that damn blasphemy. Meet me in Costa del Sol as soon as you are able.
Well, that sounds promising. I'll tell the Admiral you'll be away for a bit. Godspeed and stay safe out there.
Costa del Sol. Oh, man. I could use a vacation. And Whiskey Out was the last time I was here with you. Apologies for having you come all this way, Dekumon. Ever since our encounter with the blasphemy, I've been racking my brain to find a way of dealing with its debilitating attack. Sadly, I've come up empty-handed, and my companions fare no better. That's when I started thinking, if only our finest was still with us. He always had a knack for noticing what the rest of us missed. His eyes were so sharp he could spot a foe's weakness with a single glance. It's thanks to him that we were able to slay both Leviathan and Titan, and live to tell the tale. The rub is, well, he's a bit eccentric. And yes, I know you could say that about all the company members. But unlike us, he prefers to work from the shadows. Truth be told, I've not seen him since the day we disbanded. I doubt he'd help his old comrades even if we asked. But an order from the company's acting commander would be a different story. In our heyday, we did have a way of reaching him. Whistle at the forked road, and sooner or later he'd show himself. Didn't matter when, winter or summer, in broad daylight or the dead of night, he'd always be watching from afar. With any luck, he still is now. Alright. But I've rambled on enough. Go on now, this may be our best and only hope. So maybe it wasn't the commander of the Company of Heroes we saw, but rather this sniper. Actually, interesting theory. If these guys are the ones that helped out with the big slaying of Leviathan and Titan in 1.0, what if the 1.0 Warrior of Light is the commander that they're all missing? And then no one can remember him. Crazy thought. Alright, come on out, buddy. Hello, 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 crazy eccentric sniper person.
here I was enjoying my retirement. Why'd you have to go, bloody whistle man?
Yep, that's him. That's the guy who saved our butts.
Yo.
Love the scarf.
Carmen Lawrence. I'm the company's resident sharpshooter. At least I was in my day. No need to tell me who you are. I've been watching you for quite some time. Huh. Oh, don't get the wrong idea. I'm just curious how my former mates are faring. Not as curious as folks were about me, though. First whiskey card, then old Miss Beard himself. As if those codgers could ever catch me. And now yours, your storied hero, summons me forth. Don't need to say why. You're gonna ask me to help you take down that blasphemy.
Well, yeah. I'm not asking you. I'm ordering you. Have you forgotten the duty of the strong?
Exactly. Heh, never could refuse whenever someone trotted out those old hackneyed words. So tell me, acting commander, what specific duty would you task me with? I trust you do have a plan.
Oh yeah, I have a plan. We're gonna go kill us a blasphemy.
That plan sucks. So you need a way to neutralize the beast's most potent attack. I can tell you like getting up close and personal with your foes, so you'll be needing support from a distance. Who do you suppose might be best suited to that role?
Merlweb and her twin muskets could handle the job, but I think I'd rather have you. Merlweb's got better things to do than stand around and, get shot at.
Damn right. My eyes are among the keenest in the realm, as you doubtless heard from Westgate. In pure marksmanship, none in the Mensa are the Admiral's equal. Yet Merlweb is ill-suited for a supporting role. Not for like a skid, of course, but rather, well, come to think of it, there's something you should know. Follow me.
Nice view. Did you find the critter already?
Quite the view, wouldn't you say? I often come here to admire the sea. If you would, indulge me for a moment and I'll spin you a yarn. Just try not to doze off. Back in piracy's golden age, the League of Lost Bastards ruled the Rotano. I was one of them, as was Merlweb. You were led by none other than her old man, Blowfish Blowfizzin, the most feared captain on the high seas, which you wouldn't know if you ever heard his name. Feared by his enemies, that is. Stern and unforgiving though he was, he took me under his wing and showed me the ropes. He was like a father to me, to us all, to that fateful day.
There's always a fateful day, isn't there?
Was in the year 1562 with the Sixth Astral Era. The Minson merchantmen were struggling with nigh constant raids by the Sahagin. Around this time, Blowfish had yielded the day-to-day leadership of the bastards to Merlweb, his pride and joy. She was still going into the role, though, and everyone knew the old captain was still calling the shots. Old Blowfish had a noble streak, he did. Ordered us to defend the traders from the fishbacks. Merlweb led the efforts, and we fought day after day to keep the seas safe.
Little bit of an ancient grudge here. Oh shit, that's Leviathan.
The fighting was fierce, but we always came out of it in one piece. Until we didn't. Till after a skirmish, a Sahagin survivor with his last breath summoned forth the Lord of the World. The great beast toppled our mast and cracked the keel like an egg. We clambered aboard the merchantman as our own ship sank. Not to do but wait for the end. But then comes Blowfish and his bleeding flotilla out of nowhere to pull us out of the fire, that he did. But the League of Lost Bastards would never be the same again. For even though we'd escaped with our lives, we'd soon discovered that Captain Blowfish, our iron-willed, unwavering leader, had fallen under Leviathan's thrall.
Shit. Oh, that must have torn Merlweb up something fierce to have to put her own father down.
Of course, in those days, we didn't know much about drowning or tempering. Didn't know what to make of our captain as he grew more agate by the day, his words devolving into crazed rambling. Then one day he vanishes, taking off with half our men. Not long after, a band of pirates calling themselves the Serpent Reavers began taking prizes in the Indigo Deep alongside the Sahagin. At their helm was none other than Captain Blowfish, who'd cast his lot with the fishbacks.
Oh god, he formed the Reavers? Oh, that's gotta be a fucking sore spot with Merleweb.
Merleweb knew what had to be done, and to her credit, she didn't shirk from the deed. She acted quickly, sneaking off undercover at night with a skeleton crew without so much as telling me. Of course, that didn't stop me from stowing myself in a cargo hold and joining her on the voyage, mind you. She was none too happy to see me at first. Wanted to leave me out of it, she said. But seeing as I made myself known when she was struggling to fend off a horde of reavers and fishbacks, it wasn't hard to win her over. Her twin muskets fell in one after the next, as my sharpshooting kept us safe from afar. We cut a path to the center of the isle. It was there we found Blofus, or rather the miserable wretch he'd been reduced to. All bones, with skin shriveled and a tangled mat of white hair, eyes bulging from his head like a fish as he prayed to the Lord of the World.
Yeah. The Drowned are not a pleasant-looking group.
Merleweb challenged him to a duel, and a dim memory must have flickered in his drowned mind, for he accepted. And so, with only me there to witness it, Merleweb ended her father's life. The League of Lost Bastards would have lived up to its name if it weren't for Merleweb. She assumed full command and restored us to our former glory. Not long after, she triumphed in the Trident and was named Chief Admiral of Limsa Laminsa. I often think back upon that day, seeing her charge into battle, muskets blazing. Might seem reckless to some, but that's how Captain Blofus taught her, and she knows no other way.
Ah. That's why he thinks she's ill-suited to the sniper supporty role. She's too gung-ho, she wants to get in the face of everything.
That's why I made it my job to support her from the shadows, and it's a role in which I'll happily serve again. I owe that much to her, old man. My only doubt was whether you, my friend, were worthy of commanding me. But watching you from afar has answered that question for sure. Tell Wesquiat and the rest of my no-good companions that Lawrence stands with them.
That was a wild conversation. Oh, did Lawrence show himself? He did, and more. Gave me an interesting little insight into Merleweb's little story. Ha! Now there's a surprise. I had some hopes your words might reach him, but never did I imagine he would agree so readily. Gosh, just one thing, Dekumon. I'd appreciate if you didn't mention Lauren's involvement in the company, and Daniel in particular. They'll find out soon enough regardless. And if we mention him too soon, they might try to kill him. At any rate, this gives us new hope in the battle against the blasphemy. All that remains is to set the snare and lure the beast into our clutches. Our scouts are on the lookout for the creature I always speak. If the latest reports are to be believed, we are drawing ever closer. And with that, I'd best get back to it. Can I trust you to report these latest developments to the Maelstrom? Till we meet again, Commander. Alright. Man, all these quests are gonna be super long, aren't they?
The search for the blasphemies continue, though I understand you've been carrying out an entirely different investigation.
That I have, and it has been very interesting.
A marksman by the name of Lawrence, eh? The Admiral will be pleased. Of course, we all don't have much call for his skills until the blasphemy is found. Rest well and prepare yourself as necessary in the meantime.
Sounds good.
Lawrence, why does that ring a bell?
I have to wonder if he is the commander. Very curious. Alright, to the final quest. To calmer seas. Ooh, I'm gonna get me some materials for this.
Despite our best efforts, the blasphemy continues to elude us. For the time being, we...
Sorry to interrupt, but I have an incoming communication from Westgate. And so do I, apparently. What's up, bud?
Commander, we've snared ourselves a blasphemy. We've our erstwhile companion Reel to thank. Knowing that the creature was once the Sahakan Queen, he kept a close eye on the spawning grounds. Sure enough, he spied a massive black shadow moving beneath the water not long ago. After receiving word, Shamani Lomani directed the Maelstrom warships in the vicinity to herd the beast with cannon fire into the Sastasha Sea Grot. Isolated as the Sea Grot is, we can engage our foe without putting small folk at risk. Any words for your men, Commander?
Good work, company of heroes. Assemble! The duty of the strong is to protect the weak, no.
Get going! You don't have to tell me twice. I've been aching for our rematch.
Rushing blindly, it will go as poorly for you as you did the first time. Knowing you, I'm sure you'd show up in time just to see me deal the killing blow.
Now, can we not save our vitriol for the quarry, which I've lured to this perfect spot, and is now patiently waiting for all of you to put it out of its misery? Yiska!
Apex Gobby Bombs blast over big blasphemy into bitty pieces.
A motley crew you'll never find, but will serve you well when the battle is joined, believe you me.
This is Melweb. I will ready your warship at once. Assemble outside the winch once you've all seen to your preparations. So, the time has come. I shall pray for your victory.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it. Oh dear, I see a duty calls.
Dekumon, the others should be along soon.
Here we go. No big surprise that this was coming. And the music goes in hard right off the bat.
The blasphemy is still contained within the Sastasha Sea Grot. There it will meet its end, Navigator willing.
Would that my brothers and I could join you in the fight. And yet, blasphemous though it may be, the beast was once our mother.
I understand, Noel. Forgive us for what we must do. Were there a means to reverse the transformation, we would do all in our power to bring your mother back. Sadly, there is nothing left of her to save. For the future of the Sahagan and Limsa Laminsa alike, the blasphemy must be laid to rest. And when the deed is done, I would bring your brothers, even the crushing tide, aboard the great ship we call Vilbrand. I do not want to slay your mother, but this thing she has become, a mindless beast who would enslave and kill her own, is an affront to the memory of who she was. It is not her, it is not. Remember this always. You must. I will not ask you to shoulder the burden of matricide. When the time comes to strike the final blow, I will do the deed.
Admiral, all you say is true, and yet...
And yet our time's running low here.
Commander, I started a group of fishbacks, crushing tide most like, headed straight for the Seagull. You best make your way here and fast.
Time to move out then. Any words for your men before we set sail? Alright, don't go dying me out there. Today this blasphemy falls, no. I expect this whole crew to make it back in one piece. Our new commander sounded more and more like the old one. Are you sure you're not him? But enough talk. It's time to show the realm that the company of heroes hasn't lost a step. Aye.
We'll stand a better chance of slipping past the crushing tide if we split up. Dekumon and I will go together, while the rest of you take a different route. Let us brook no further delay. To Sastasha.
My queen, I beg of you, pray show your loyal son mercy.
Nope. It's even the Sastasha boss arena. Oh, there goes Dow. Stomped into a bloody pulp. Blasphemy, the indigo beast.
It's Dao, or what's left of him. Oh well.
Speak it now. Why would our queen do such a thing?
Because it's not the queen anymore, dumb nuts.
It is as the Showwalkers say. What we thought a blessing is in truth a terrible curse. The order. We must away at once. And leave the Showwalkers to face our Queen Mother alone. No, I will stand with them.
Oh, really? That's surprising.
You mustn't sully your hands with the blood of your mother. Go and be with your king. Go! Preferably before she kills you or turns you into monsters.
Forgive me.
Huh. Oh, Lawrence is here. Late to the party as usual. I can't really say that because this is the first time we've ever seen him.
I was beginning to think you'd wandered off a cliff, Lawrence. Must you say it like that? I prefer to think of myself as fashionably late.
Let's take us down to blasphemy.
But enough talk. It comes.
Alright, what are we dealing with here? Defeat the Indigo Beast. I'm also locked in an event. Oh!
Here it comes.
Alright. There's the damned orbs. No enemy's weakness escapes my eyes, huh? Oh! They've got weak spots on them. And he's got the machinist moveset, of course he does. So that's the trick. That is a lot of them. Yeah, I think I can deal with that. Find the weak spots. That one's dealt with. Oh, there are a lot of these things. Not good, not good. Okay, good, we got them all. Thank goodness these guys are willing to help out too. Oh, more. Take care of that one. And this one. And here comes the last one. All right, can we actually fight the boss now? Oh, yay, we actually can. It's an arcane circle. Mark you with the good shit. Wow, that's smarted. Immediately go for the enshroud. And Communo for the finisher. Oh wow, there's a lot of space I need here. Actually gives me a chance to charge up a soul cell. Oh no. Of course she ran over here to me. There's freaking fire flowers coming through here too. That was smarted. Damn. Oh, she just noped out, didn't she? God dang it. Oh, she did nope out. Here, hold still, boys. Woohoo! Alright, I gotta burn some freaking blood here. Here come the crowd again. Auto target's a bitch sometimes. The old double left tap.
You're in my sights.
I haven't heard that line in a while. Oh, here come them fireballs again. Run, 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 run! This is why sprint was invented! There we go. Get my shield on. Oop, lost my target for half a second. Man, this thing is tanky. And again, we're doing good. A couple more of the old lovey love taps. Oh. Oh, these things are on tether now. Oh, these things are not squishy at all. I got one of them. "10 seconds to extinction flare." Ooh, I just got a nice big LB buff. Woo, and that's still smart. Oh, not again. I don't know if I got another one of those in me. Woo! Wow, that hurt. Oh, I don't think I was supposed to win this. Crud. What do I do now? A little backup, please. Oh. Oh, and of course, here comes the song. No big surprise here. Big old AoE. Sea's Blessing. Sweet. Well, these things just got a huge weakness.
The winds favor us.
Can I please target this thing? Yes. God dang.
I will not yield.
One more love tap and back into the Enshroud. Woo! We got it. No more beastie, right? You're gonna go poof on us like you're supposed to? Man, I really wish these scenes were voiced. They really should be. Look how well directed these are. You should have voiced these. Oh. The final blow, just like she promised. I will not ask for your forgiveness, but this I promise. You will be remembered for the mother you were.
Admiral, I have no words.
Poof. Down she goes. Yeah, what a mess. Still cleaning up Meteon's little problems.
Yea, our Queen Mother returns to the depths in eternal slumber. With your strength, you could have crushed us easily. Why did you spare our lives?
The beasts and blasphemies are born from the despair in our hearts, but no more. I would break that cycle. Though Tao may have been blind to it, I believe in a future where Sahagin and Lominsin live in harmony. Even after losing who she was, your queen made for your spawning grounds, and it is there she drew her last breath. When your next queen is crowned, know that she will have a safe place to raise her young. Once you have selected a suitable location, Limsa Laminsa will recognize and honor your claim. You know, unless you claim, the town square or something, of course.
A promise for which we are grateful, Admiral. But what of the other peoples of Vilbrand?
The kobolds are open to the idea. The details will need to be negotiated, but I am confident we can reach an agreement. Sahagin, Kobold, and Laminsan alike yearn to abide in peace. We can make it so.
I have never fought alongside shore walkers before, but I must say, it felt good. We have fought our neighbors for generations. It has won us only suffering and tragedy. I beg of you, lay down your spears.
Twill take time and effort to bridge the gulf between our peoples, but bridge it we shall.
Is he trying to sneak away? Lawrence. Busted. I dare say we have a lot of talking to do as well, don't we, Commander Lawrence? Ah! So my original assumption that he was the commander is correct.
Yishka.
Ah, Nathaniel, if you'd just allow me to explain. And thus it was that the commander of the Company of Heroes was never seen again in one piece.
Let us be off before they drag us into this mess as well.
And now it's time for everyone to celebrate and have a little fun.
Ah, perfect timing, acting commander. You must save me from this bloodthirsty bastard. Well, Lawrence, let's hear your excuse, and it had better be a good one. Why in the Seven Hills were you skulking about in the shadows while we did all the dirty work, as usual? Huh, like you'd not be any happier if I'd showed myself sooner. I can hear you whining now. What, you didn't think we could handle this on our own? I'd be bloody furious regardless. Don't think I'd forgotten what happened, or rather didn't happen, on the day of our duel. Here's a hint, we didn't duel. Even though the future of the company hung in the balance, I waited and waited and waited some gods damn more, and you still never showed up. But now I've got you, and I will have satisfaction.
Given Lawrence's penchant for late arrivals, I couldn't help but worry too. To say he got it fine would be an understatement.
And not by choice, as usual. My scouts observed him roaming near Costa del Sol not long ago. It would seem our commander's woeful sense of direction has not improved in the latest. I'm honestly surprised you never realized, Landaniel, that was to blame for his extreme tardiness. That the commander did indeed arrive at the agreed upon location for your duel after the sun had risen and set half a dozen times.
Seriously?
Oh, navigator, take me. Shimoni, you promised that would just stay between the two of us. Oh, Reflux, you have a kind word or two for your commander, don't you?
Yiska. Commander Lawrence, commander no more. New commander friend to gobbies everywhere. Does many sweaty works for gobby kind.
Well, I'm screwed then.
And there I thought you were too much of a coward to face me in battle. Oh, come now, Landaniel. You know me better than...
Uh-oh.
Then it's settled. We fight here and now. On your guard! Put that thing down, I say. You can hurt someone with that.
Hard to believe he was once the glue that held this merry band together. That's right. If you haven't realized the obvious, Lawrence is our former commander. Forgive me for not stating it plainly sooner. I didn't want you to think we doubted your leadership. He's got his quirks, but as you saw, he's a force of nature on the battlefield. That he is. Anyhow, I think we can all say your stint as acting commander has been a rousing success. Now, I reckon it's about time you gave your final order.
Yiska! Company of Heroes band break once more? Brave Fox never liked parting with goopy friends.
Here. I may have my complaints, but when we're together, a good fight's never far away. You need hardly accompany a commander to get you that. And should Limsa again be impeded, there's nothing stopping us from rising to the occasion.
And my voice is going all over the place for these characters. I apologize for that.
Till then, you're all strong enough in your own right. Why not serve the weak in your own ways?
Problem is, like, a couple of these characters simply didn't get enough talking for me to get their voices down properly. I mean, I have Bayflox just because the Gobbies always have the same voice. You know, as best I can. Oh, dearie, dearie me. Now I've got to talk to everybody. Joy. You've had quite the ton of duty, but all good things must come to an end. Any parting words before we go our separate ways? Let the company of heroes be disbanded. Give Gegeru my best regards. I haven't seen the bastard in ages. Finally, I can enjoy some semblance of peace again. At least as much peace as a man can enjoy, waiting hand and foot on the Lord of Costa del Sol. It may have been rough sailings at times, but I rather enjoyed serving under you, acting Commander Dekumon. Gotta get all these guys out of here. Well, if you've something to say, let's hear it. Let the company of heroes be disbanded. Return to the whalers and keep the murdering to a minimum, s'il vous plaît. As if I needed you to tell me. While I enjoyed the diversion, I know as well as any that my true place is in Gradonia leading a respectable life. You may not have been the perfect commander, but love is my witness. I hope to fight by your side again. Farewell. Definitely an interesting group I've had to deal with here. I await your orders, Commander. Look after the ooh, brave Noon. I like that one. I have responsibilities. A tribe that wants my guidance and protection. I can ill afford to tarry here much longer. Nevertheless, it is with some regret that I take my leave. For all their faults, of which they have many, they are my companions, and I will miss them. 3 down, 2 to go. Well, let's hear it, Commander. You owe me a bottle of the finest Bacchus. Don't know what I'll do with it, but you still owe it to me.
Indeed, indeed. I mean to return to Wineport as soon as I've tied up a few final loose ends here. Speaking of wine, I've always preferred the older vintages. Left asleep in their barrels for many a slumber, they come out tasting better than ever. One might say the same about their own company.
Interesting thought that might be. And last but certainly not least, Missile Talks.
Yiska! Bayfox want busy work. Bayfox awaits Uplander's lip flaps.
No more cheese wars, please.
Yiska! Bayfox feels heavy heart, but accept Uplander's bossy words. Bayfox has goody times and happy feels with gobby friends, but good times will come again. And when they do, no boomsticks will bring Blasty doom with much fastness.
I do kind of miss doing the goblin voices. And Lawrence?
And on that note, I ought to be on my way. Slipping away again, are we? You are a creature of habit.
Oh?
I resented you for it at the time, you know, but I think I understand now. Better to shun fame and not serve as an example for glory seekers too eager to fight and too quick to die. You're overthinking it. I'm a creature of whimsy, a man who lets the tailwind carry him where it will. But more importantly, this new age belongs to the new blood. I've had my day in the sun. If you succeed in brokering peace with the Beastmen, there'll be no need to worry about primals, and the company can go into permanent retirement. And then I can say I did right by the old man. If you hadn't been there for us both, I don't know if I could have pulled the trigger.
Memories.
Thank you, Lawrence, brother. Ah, I did nothing. It was you who shouldered Captain Blowfist's burden, and that of the entire League. I'm sorry, Moab. I know it hasn't been easy for you. Oh, but I dare say you worked hard enough. Maybe us company folk aren't the only ones in need of a retirement. But I said too much. Lawrence holding his tongue. Gods, you have changed. But yes, my greatest test as Admiral still lies ahead as we steer the great ship Vilbrand towards a new future. You truly are your father's daughter. I owe you my thanks too. Dare say you didn't always do as good a job of keeping my men to task as I could have done.
Wasn't anything.
Call it a hunch, but something tells me I'll pass my course again. But forgive me if I carry on like I've never seen you before. Not like my old friend Mistbeard, I prefer to keep my past in the past.
Fair enough.
And with that, I'm off. Take care of yourselves. Ding dong. That me my fairy calling.
Alright, next to Noel.
The blasphemy is no more, but we will never know lasting peace until the crashing tide agrees to lay down their arms. It will be a daunting task, but as we saw in Sestasha, they are not beyond reason. I will do all in my power to see that your efforts and the sacrifices of my brothers were not in vain.
You do that.
Forgive us. Even after being freed from false gods' thrall, still we clung to our hateful beliefs. It was easier to hearken to Speaker Drow's every word and turn a blind eye to the harsh truth. Easier and cowardly. I will return and speak with my brothers of the crushing tide. I will tell them of our Queen Mother's sacrifice and the vision of hope you have shared with us. I only ask that you give us time and trust us to make our own decision. You have my word. If you would not be adverse, let us return to the spawning grounds together.
Oof.
Adventurer, I have no words to express my gratitude to you. I will repay you the only way I know how, by doing my part to usher in an age where Shorewalker and Sahagin stand as one.
Do that, please. I'm guessing Morroweb, yep.
Just as now, it would seem. Ever since we achieved a measure of peace with the kobolds, I prayed that this day would come. Though it is of course only a beginning, negotiations must be held, and words exchanged in earnest will invariably lead to flared tempers and bruised egos. But such things always accompany meaningful progress. The history of Vilbrand is one of bloodshed, but we have the power to change our ways. After all, it is clear we are united more by our similarities than we are divided by our differences. I will share what I have seen of the Sahagin with my fellow Dimensins, and listen closely to their doubts and concerns. For it must be a harmony not foisted upon them from above, but one which they aspire to of their own free will. No doubt Noel and his brothers feel the same.
I hope so.
Again, you have come to Limsa's aid, my aid, at a time we needed it most. When we next meet, I hope 'twill not be as Admiral and Adventurer, but as friends, mayhap trading war stories over ales at the Wench.
That'd be an interesting tale there.
But for now, I must return to my duties. Drafting reports and decrees is hardly the most exciting part of my role, but it is a necessary one. If you happen to pass through Razatan, pray share your exploits with our delegate there. Doubtless he will be interested to hear your first-hand account.
Oh yeah, that must be the final quest leg for this.
One day I will lay down these muskets of mine for good, but not yet, Father, not yet.
I'm kind of glad we got to see some Morrowind backstory. Alright, Mr. Delegate, the quest is done. Ah, Dekumon, you return. Pray tell what news from my homeland. Everything's all done and dusted. Extraordinary. And a chance of peace with the Sahagin. Those are heartening tidings indeed. Without a doubt, you have helped to dispel the pall of despair that once hung over all Vilbrand. Our people now bask in newfound hope. I must share the news with the others. Full glad will they be to hear that the threat to Limsa Laminsa is no more. Thank you again, my friend. Thank you, because dang, this quest was a freaking chore and a half. You can now dye the job-specific gear for melee DPS. Sweet. Whew, well, this is, oh my god, it's already over 2 hours for this recording. This is gonna be a long episode, so I apologize. Well, I can't really say in advance because it's over now. If you've enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Eorzean adventures. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.